Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Microsoft Flight Simulator. And in today's episode, we are going to find out how well Microsoft Flight Simulator can actually simulate extreme weather. And we are going to test that out by flying out of Key West into Hurricane Ian. If you are interested in acquiring any of my Overkills tutorial guides for Microsoft Flight Simulator, please consider joining me on Patreon. Patreon subscribers level tier 2 and above have access to all of my guides, as well as any future updates and future guides that will be coming down the road. Link to Patreon can be found in the description below. All right, guys, so real quick, why are we doing this? The purpose of this particular flight is just to see how much the live weather experience has changed over the last few updates. There was a hurricane last year when Microsoft Flight Simulator had live weather, and we were basically able to do just about anything we wanted, treat it like any other flight. Where this time, I'm expecting that to be significantly different given the changes. Now, I also want to make something very, very clear, guys. There's no part of this that's meant to be funny or joking around about the situation. I'm merely trying to see, is the weather in Microsoft Flight Simulator something that we have to start paying attention to? Or can you just treat it like any other game, quote unquote, and just fly through it and not have to worry about anything? That's more or less the goal. Okay, if everything goes as planned, I'm actually expecting this to be a pretty disastrous attempt, but we'll see what happens here. With that in mind, guys, please make sure that you say your prayers, good thoughts, whatever your beliefs are. Send them out to anyone who is in Ian's path. Hopefully everybody comes out on top and safe and sound. My best wishes and best thoughts and safe thoughts go out to all of you on the East Coast and in the Caribbean islands and out at Key West where we are here. Stay safe, guys, and I hope this ends very, very soon for you all. Okay, with that in mind, let's go ahead and get started here. So we're going to walk through our pre-flight real quick, make sure the aircraft's ready to go. So let's step upstairs for just a minute here. All right, so coming up top here, we want to make sure the crash bar is down. Starter is in the off position. Ignition should be in off position. Auxiliary boost pumps are off. Fuel selection be set to manual. Autopilot and trim systems turned off. Emergency locator transmitter set to arm. Oxygen should be off. Stepping down to our forward panel here, we want air conditioning set to the off position for engine start. All anti-ice and inertial separator should be off as well. Parking brake is set. Landing gear handle is down. Pressurization bleed is turned off. Manual override is disconnected. Fullest tank is selected for engine start. Throttle is in the cutoff position. Alternate static air source pushed in and closed, and all circuit breakers are secured. We also want hot airflow set to the floorboard before engine start. Let's go ahead and bring up some electrical power. So stepping up top, we're now going to bring the crash bar up. We're going to turn the battery on and set the generator to on as well. We can set any lights as desired. If you guys want to increase some panel lights, now's a good time to do so. I am going to turn the dimmer on just a little bit and also flip on my nav lights. Stepping on downstairs once again, turn on our MFD. And you want to do a lights check on the landing gear handle and also do a check set. What this does is 3 flashing green lights indicates that the gear is truly down and locked and secured.
Pause system test.
All right, with that done, we're going to go ahead and set our barometric pressure. We're flying VFR today, so we're not going to worry about the transponder. Everybody thinks we're crazy for taking off anyway, and they're probably right. So at this point, let's start getting ready for engine start. So for the engine start procedure, we're going to go to ignition on. Auxiliary boost pumps to the on position. Come on. And let's give that starter a 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Looking fantastic. Come on downstairs for a minute. We're going to be monitoring the NG, looking for 13%. At 13%, we'll move the throttle into the low idle position. So it's 10, 11, there's 12. All right, and bringing it up.
Oral warning, okay.
There we go. The dimmer turned everything down. I didn't like that. All right, now looking for 53%, and there we go. Move that throttle into the high idle position, and then on over into the flight idle. As the engine spools up, we're going to go ignition to, oops, come on, auto, auxiliary boost pumps to auto, fuel selection set to auto, autopilot trim systems turned on, oxygen does get turned on the TBM-930 at engine start, taxi light we're going to flip on now, as well as the pulse light. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set our initial altitude. We're going to be looking for about 25,000 feet. We're probably going to be aiming for here. assuming all goes well. For the most part, I'm going to be flying us out. Unless for any reason I start feeling like that, start getting uncomfortable, I'll let the autopilot take over so we can experience some of it. That's interesting, just got super dark. Let's just set it for 20,000 at this point. We'll start there. Let's see here. We're going to turn on all of our anti-ice systems, as well as the inertial separator. Pressurization will go to max diff and auto, up to auto, excuse me. And we're also going to bring on the weather radar. Shoo! That's nice and pretty, isn't it? Alright, it's going to be interesting to see what this turns out to be like, guys. Okay, so we're just going to get rolling here. See what this experience is like. We're taking off from the left over there. And let's see here. Yep. 003. Flaps are still retracted. Alright, let's release that parking brake. Master caution's coming on, letting us know that the inertial separator is on. Adding some power in here. Whoa. Easy, girl. Didn't mean to give you that much. Alright, let's bring her left. There we go. Easy. Slow down, darling. A little nervous about this, honestly, but we'll see what happens. It looks like some of the rain weather has kicked away from Key West maybe a little bit. But there's still plenty of nastiness. I think we just caught a little bit of a break here. I need to adjust the sensitivity of my rotor pedals. They feel like just out of whack lately. They're super sensitive lately. It's driving me kind of crazy. Oh. That was my fault. I was looking at my phone while I was texting while flying. Did my taxi light come on? Yeah, it's on. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to depart Key West, then we're going to turn it north and aim right for Ian. Alright, landing lights coming on. Strobe lights coming on. And flaps set for takeoff. Heading bug aligned. Flight level change. .124 knots. There we go. Okay, we're on our way. Should be looking for about 72 knots based on our current weight for rotation. Already a lot of left rudder required. Going to compensate with that right wing aileron. There we go. Should be able to pick it right up. There we go. Coming off the rudder. Look at that slip. Mercy. Gear coming up. Alright, there's that wind. Mercy. Trying to stay on target here, but oh my goodness. Flaps up, coming north. Oh my gosh, look at that color. Look at that look at the weather radar. Over torquing, pulling the throttle back. Definitely won't be turning the inertial separator off anytime soon. Damn, come on. See, winds are showing 166 at 59 knots. Damn, come on, baby. Back up there. Alright, we're heading right for the nastiness. Just keep her climbing. I'm gonna let the autopilot take it for a minute. Oop, damn it. There we go. Now let's lock our heading. Heading mode's locked in there. Climb is continuing. There we go. Did we get all the NTIs on? Passing through 5,000 now. Look at that, man. That is brutal. Looks like we're about 20 miles away from the real nasty part. So my goal is to see if we can get up high enough where we can at least see the eye. On the world map, it looked like it was depicted pretty well, so I'm kind of interested to see what that really comes out to. I'm going to kind of look for a speed climb here. I'm going to take our speed down to about 110 knots, see if we can get a better angle up. Get about 13 degrees climb out of that. Now with the autopilot on, all of a sudden the aircraft really smoothed out. So either the autopilot is that freaking good, or there's some discrepancy as to how the aircraft flies under manual control versus under the autopilot. I mean, I've been flying the TBM for a while in Microsoft Flight Simulator. I don't think I'm particularly that bad, but you know, never know. I might not be as good as I think I am too. Now coming through 8,000. On the outside, the aircraft seems pretty darn stable. Hoping for a breakout soon, at least. Now 8,500 feet. And remember, this is all like we're right above the water, so there's definitely some big freaking clouds, man. So up here, it seems like the aircraft really smoothed back out. Like I said, we're not getting near the bounciness that we were getting shortly after takeoff. Shortly after takeoff, that was pretty freaky. The crosswind was extremely intense. Definitely felt some gusting there. All right, so we are now circling back around here, passing through 16,000 feet. Autopilot still engaged. With the autopilot on, it seems to be doing just fine. And according to this, we're like practically clearing a lot of the weather system. So we're going to keep climbing until we find it. Because I'm not sure how I mean, it looked pretty good there for a second, but I'm not sure how accurate the weather radar is yet. So we're going to keep powering through until we get out of this here. We're now at 18,000. It's getting brighter. That's a good sign. There it is. Wow. I will say this, the cloud modeling has improved dramatically from what it was before. Holy cow. Holy tamale. Alright, let's see if we can't get her back around here. Look at that. We are passing through 20,000 feet. Look how far up that cloud still is. All right, we're going to take it to the ceiling here. And we're going to go up to 31,000 feet. That is the service ceiling for the TBM-930. 31,000 feet. We're going to take her as high as she can go. Or as rated to go, I should say. Okay, so I think we got some of our answers here. Was it a challenging takeoff and kind of impactful takeoff? Yeah, it got pretty intense there for a minute. But was it game breaking? I mean, should the TBM have been able to take off with a 60 knot crosswind? No. I mean, I feel like we would have been thrown across the freaking runway as soon as we got rolling. Definitely, I imagine would have rolled it, especially with that crosswind. I mean, it wasn't even a headwind; it was dead on the cross there. So probably not still experiencing what we should have experienced. Now, as far as the weather system itself, in my opinion, they get massive props. There's obviously been a significant update here to that portion of it. I wish the VFR map gave us weather. I don't think it does. Pretty sure it doesn't. Yeah, I didn't think so. Thermals, but not weather. Damn. We're definitely right over it. This should be right about where Ian is. So this is definitely it. We're at 24,000 feet now. I was hoping to find the eye, but I don't think we're going to get it. Not sure how much I'm trusting the weather radar at this point. All right. We're going to take the aircraft back. And yeah, I know. We'd definitely be on instrument right now, but kind of just wanted to see what the challenge was. Can't really feel what's going on when the autopilot's involved, so. A few more miles and we'll be on the approach. Alright, I've turned the audio on the sound way down here because the stupid don't sink alarm won't stop. Oh my gosh, we are getting kicked around so bad now. Holy crap. Oh my god, I am trying to roll it back. Holy goodness gracious. Oh, wow. Okay.
500.
Oh my gosh. Oh, you're way too fast. Way too fast. Way too fast. Come on. That's right. Come on. We're still fast. Looking for 85. We're not bad, but look at this crosswind, man. Come on. There you go. Settle in. Ah, okay.
Stall. Stall.
Oh my lord.
Stall.
Oh, wow. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna break my arm off. Come on. Come on, darling. Our time to play is over. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, jeez. I can't get her down, man. Come on, float her in. Come on, float down. Oh, jeez. Jeez Louise. Come on. Oh. Holy crap. Stop the damn plane. Whew. Okay, well. Don't worry, I wasn't really at that high power throttle. Spad.next doesn't always show the throttle moving when I use it. Okay, let's get some of these lights turned off. Mercy. Okay, well, there you have it, guys. That was quite an intense flight. Definitely some improvements from previous performances in extreme weather situations. And then some things that obviously, probably shouldn't have happened. Like, as far as I'm aware, we should never have gotten off the ground. Now, that landing coming in was intense. I'm just shutting everything down to kill the sound, so forgive me. But it was definitely a fun flight. That last one, like literally my wrist is on fire right now. That was extremely intense trying to get it down to the ground. That was way more than what I was anticipating, especially since our takeoff was quote unquote smoother. But that was brutal. So there you have it, guys. The experience of flying through a hurricane right now in Microsoft Flight Simulator. I would say definitely a massive improvement from last year. Last year, you were pretty much able to go anywhere you wanted near it and nothing really happened. So obviously, they've definitely made some serious changes to it. And yeah, if you're in for a wild ride, guys, give it a shot because it was definitely interesting. Well, once again, guys, if anyone's in Ian's path, my best thoughts are with you guys and your families and friends. I hope you all stay safe and healthy as always. And I'll see you in the next one.